Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery with a 16 by 20 inch canvas that I'm about to cover with white paint. But I wanted to show you that thing that I peeled off my lowly silicone mat, and you can also use a dog food bag that's plastic to save these, and they're awesome. And this is where I get my inspiration and my color combinations sometimes. So I'm going to coat this canvas, and I'm going to have some art therapy. I'm going to start with white all over the canvas because I tried a puddle pour the other day and it worked, but halfway through I wish I could have stopped. And other than adding paint and using a spatula to nudge it into place, I couldn't really stop. And I was thinking that I might try it again if I leave my paint bottles out of the way. This is a OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula, best paint spreading tool I know of, worth every penny. I have 4 now. I'm really happy with all of them. It makes doing videos a lot easier. So that canvas is looking a little slack. I'm about to put a whole bunch of new stuff on my Amazon link, which is no added cost to you if you shop there and you help me buy art supplies. And there's something that tightens canvases, and even though I know I can spray water or even alcohol, rubbing alcohol on the back of the canvas, I like the idea of having something that I know will work. So that'll be there should you happen to look for it, because I've got a whole list of things to add to my Amazon, half of which I'm going to buy immediately myself. That one at the top of my list. So now I have a layer of paint, and I can see that I have a few things I need to remove. These sharp tweezers are on my Amazon link, also underneath the link tree that's right under the video. And under that, you're going to find my email address should you happen to be capable of making a purchase of a painting. You can find out that way by inquiring there. So, no rhyme or reason. Definitely going to be tipping. I think I'm going to fill in as much of this as possible. I shook these yesterday. I should probably shake them today. I wish that were open. That can be open in a second, I hope. If it can't, I'll use a different color. Well, the tweezers went through. There we go. This is my Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold with a little bit of orange in it. That is my Hot Orchid from Color Art. That is something that does not belong. This is a Venetian blue from Modern Masters. I'm going to throw some black in there. I'm going to try and start this without crossing any colors over, because I can. We shall see. I don't really want, okay, that's what I want. That is a golden hour. That's a pearlescent or a metallic from Arteza. I do kind of want to try a spiral in there. I've got some white metallic that I could add after. Let's try the spiral with the mysterious. I do have to cross over a little bit. So the Anita's metallic is my go-to for filler or underneath paint. This is a Deco Art this is a Folk Art Emerald Green color shifting. And I'm just having fun adding colors at this point. I'm not sure about this one. I think I am going to break my initial rule and put some 24 karat gold right in there. And what else? I want some lighter purple. This is my Purple Flash from Folk Art. These are puddles. Let's put some of that right in there. I'm going to grab my orange. This is not open. That needs to be open still. Let's put some of this. This is the Anita's white metallic with some of my neon orange from Folk Art in there. What is that? And why is it there? And does it have feelers on it? No. Come out. There we go. So I am just going to have to add some of this stuff where I want it. And I think turquoise will help this over here. Usually I'd like some more white space in there. And I should have thought about that earlier. So let's just put a big blob of white metallic right in there. And what else? I have got some copper out. I've got purple. Oh, I love this blue with things. This blue zhuzhes things up nicely. And I thought I would make myself a shovel full of a few things, like that blue, which is the Anita's white metallic with some of the Venetian blue in it. I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of colors right in there that I just used. And some of that Folk Art gloss enamel, because that will probably help me make some cells. And I think I'm going to finish up with a little bit of that hot orchid. Maybe finishing up was the wrong word. Maybe some of the white metallic from Anita's. And what else? Something else. All right, those need to be dealt with. My shovel is full. I'm ready. You know what? I'm going to torch really quickly to get rid of the bubbles that I can see. Getting rid of them now is a good thing. I really wanted some black, to tell you the truth. I want more black than I have. So I'm just going to give that to myself too. Now usually a dirty pour is what people layer all the colors into a cup. But then you get to lose a whole bunch of colors. And my theory is that if I put them on the canvas in a big bunch of puddles, that I have an excellent chance of still seeing them throughout the process and also seeing new reactions. As I go along, if I lose things I really love, I'll just put more in there. And as I tip back and forth, I'm doing so because I see things disappearing, and then when I tip them back the other direction, I bring them back again. So I'm glad I put that white in there, because that might be the only negative space I have. I might want some orange. Actually, I might want some more of this. And some orange. That was the Decor Americana 24 karat gold with orange in it. And that spiral was kind of neat. It definitely broke up, but it's still sort of stripy, which I like. I'm not done playing at all. It's a little expensive, but it's worth every penny to me to be allowed to play with the hot orchid. And these are all my favorite colors. That's just what I need right now. And I want some red or some magenta right up here. And I might indulge myself. I love using the white metallic as an in-between stage. I don't want to let any paint go off the canvas quite yet. And as she says it, it goes off the canvas anyway. Okay, so I've got an edge catcher, or a paint catcher, or whatever you want to call it. And I stop my paint from flowing with that edge catcher. But the first direction that you use it in will sort of not completely dictate where everything winds up by any stretch of the imagination. And some point in time I have to decide it's time to add that shovel full of paint, because that was my original intent. So let's just turn this around, have a look at it. And I did paint the background, so if I find that I want to stop at some point in time, I'm going to do that. I'm not sure about this yet. And the heaviest paint you add will be the first paint to flow. Let's see if I can prove that right now. I hope I have enough of everything to flow in a nice direction. I'm loving those black lines. I think it's time. To add some of this. And I've got a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. My number 1 is my go-to. And I'm just going to use it to excavate that shovel right now. I'm a little concerned with that magenta, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going to let a lot of it tip away. Or get swallowed. I'm sorry about the lack of light on that side. I have a window on my other side. And I like to tip to my left hand. And I'm going to grab, I hope this turns out to be something. It's looking kind of interesting. I can take the paint right off my edge catcher, which is something I'm definitely considering doing right now. Then I have to decide where to put it, and I need another OXO omelet turning spatula. And I love the paint colors I have, and I think they're going to go right here. And right here. And I got them all pretty well. And I can stop, like I said, I can stop if I want to, which means that the GAC 800 in my paint mixture is my go-to to keep my painting from cracking while it dries with heavy paint on it. And it's kind of cool, except for that one dot, which is kind of making me nuts. Short trip. I might be tempted by something else like chain or a skewer. And I have a skewer. I have many skewers actually. And I like them with a paintball in the end. That's pretty. I like it. And I don't have to go any further if I don't want to, because I was expecting by putting the white layer of paint on the background that I wouldn't have to if I didn't want to, and I don't. So it is what it is, and some of that paint is really heavy, and I'm compelled to want to tip a little bit more, but I really like what I've got, and I think it would be a mistake if I gave into that fear that I have to tip. I have a few little weird spots on my edges, but that's okay. I am going to torch and tell you guys that I love you, and there's over 91,000 of you, and this is going to be a really interesting year. So if you can afford to be somebody who helps support the studio, just know that on the end screen video of every video, in the last 20 seconds, you'll find an exhibition video, and it will share with you what that month's prizes are for anyone who is a contributor to help support the studio through PayPal or Patreon, and I definitely prefer PayPal. So this is interesting, and I have to decide now if I'm going to do anything else, and I kind of feel like I want to. But I really don't want it to be a whole lot. And I'm trying to think about how I might want to meld that in, and that's a bubble. So I like that. I don't mind that, and this yellow is, I know this is heavy over here. When you see this, you'll know I'm telling the truth about the paint not cracking. I have left paint occasionally. There have been a batch over the last 3 years where I couldn't quite exactly say that there were no cracks. Right off the edge. And I will check where my paint is traveling over the edge, and I will probably not worry about anything else. I like this. I have to keep looking at it and deciding if I'm done or not. And do I want to blow anything out? I could definitely do chain. but that might be better in another one. I wonder what's staring at me. It's got a green eye. I think I'm gonna like just lead it on. Now it's got a longer green eye. Just looking for places that sort of grab my attention. And that was a lot of fun and a really new type of thing for me. I used to do puddle pours, and I used to mix every other layer with a dirty pour cup. Just a straight layer and then a dirty pour and then pour it all out. But I never tried the shovel ribbons. I'm not unhappy with the way that's balanced, but I'm wondering if there's anything else I want to do. That probably wasn't that important, but I like the idea of making the eye go back and forth. And there are colors that went over each other, so you can blow into this with a straw and reveal new things. I've got some pretty colors in my shovel right there. In 2 minutes to tell you guys, please give me a thumbs up. Would really appreciate you're liking my videos, and if you can share them, that's a really, really helpful thing. And if you watch them longer, that's like the #1 most helpful thing right after giving me a wonderful comment, which you guys keep my morale boosted all the time, so thank you very much for doing that. I'm not sure that blue was necessary, but I have a hard time not wasting paint, so sometimes I just need to stick my fingers in. And this is one of those times. Yeah, I'm happy with the colors, and I have some cells. And I gotta tell you, my link tree is underneath the video, and you can find my Amazon link on that link tree. And I think I mentioned at the beginning, if you're interested in purchasing an artwork, my email address is the place to reach me. But if you're interested in a class at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, that is another way to reach me through that email. I'm not sure what that is doing, but I think I'm going to let it become one with its neighboring colors. I really could have some fun just playing with this for a long time, but the videos, my camera records for 20 minutes, and I want to tell you guys what I need to. If you have questions, please ask. If you're looking for my tomorrow's video, look on the community board, and you can make comments, or you can even request that you see a dry photo of an artwork from me. If you're looking for the edited albums, their Facebook group is called, my Facebook group is called Expressionist Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors. Know that you will be automatically entered in the monthly drawing if you are a contributor through PayPal or Patreon, and you can see the prizes on that end screen video. I think I mentioned that. Thank you guys for everything. What am I missing? Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links are all on the link tree, and so is my website and my Saatchi art. And if you have questions, please ask them. And I'm sure there's things I'm forgetting, like the 1800 videos that I'm encouraging you to go to and watch some of the playlists, or ask me if I can help you, and I will do my best to do so. So that was a lot of tipping. That's a nice piece. I like that piece. All right. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, saying, I will see you anon. Priscilla out.